Hello my lovelies and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to be doing our second episode in my beginner tips for builders in The Sims 4. However, I have had a little bit of a problem. So I recorded the original video of this on Saturday at the weekend, thought nothing of it, had a bit of a busy weekend, watched the game, the football match, and that was that. Last night I went to edit the video as well as another one, and there was no audio. So there was just game sound but no mic audio. So I've had to re-record it today here on a Tuesday morning for you lot. So I hope that you do still enjoy it. If you do, please do give it a like, pop a comment down below, let me know what tips you want to see in The Sims 4, and don't forget to subscribe to see all of my videos as well. Okay, so firstly we have got the farmhouse build that we did. So if you remember, if you haven't already seen the first episode of my building tips, I'd recommend watching that. But we basically built the structure and the shell of our builds. So we did a farmhouse one, and we also did more of a modern build as well. So before we get into anything, I'm going to introduce you lot to the roofs, or the different types of roofing that's in The Sims 4. So firstly, you want to go into this roof section over here, and then this will display all of the different roofs that you have got available for you in the game. So first you've got this gabled roof over here, you've got a hipped roof, the half gabled roof, the half hipped roof, which has this kind of empty bit here on the side. Then these are kind of your flat square tools. So you've got a flat square that you can kind of, you know, do maybe an overlapping roof. And likewise, you've got the little curved one here, the octagonal and the triangular one. You've got your hexagonal roof, which has the 6 sides, hexagon, the octagonal roof, the pentagonal roof, and the circular roof as well. And then with that, you've also got the original 4 that I mentioned. However, they are diagonal. So if you do decide to have a diagonal part in your build, so maybe a section off, or if you decide to have the whole build at a diagonal space, then you've got those roofs, and you can do that with the roofs here as well. Now, also, if you click on here, you have got your different roof patterns, and you can select which of these you would like to go on your different roofs. You can also have different glass options as well if you do want to make a bit of a see-through roof also. And then selecting this option will give you your roof trim, and this is making a change to the color that it goes around the roof. So if you want to make it thicker, you can. If you want to change it so it is like a browny orangey kind of color, probably more brown, you can do that as well, even pink as well. So that's your roof trims. By clicking the roof sculptures, you get things such as chimneys, different things like this, even to add like extra, say, the kind of illusion that there's windows there. There's extra windows. Maybe you've got a high up roof. You've also got things such as vents, and depending on what pack you own, you can get a satellite. That's in the Strangerville pack. Different chimneys as well. Little signs also like this. These little things, I can't remember, are they called awnings? I can't think of the name of these. You know, these types of things that you can pop on the front of the roof there as well. So those are kind of the decorative parts of the roof. Now I'm going to show you a little tip over here as well. So when you place down a roof, this is kind of what they look like. You've got all these arrows everywhere. Let me explain briefly what they do. So firstly, this arrow at either side is to extend the length of your roof, and the ones at this side are to change the width. So if you want to make it bigger, if you want to make it smaller, those ones on the side are to change the width. The smaller arrows are to pull out the eaves of the roof. So they pull out the front and back, so not the roof itself, but if you want to have an overhang for your roof, they will do that for you. And if you just want to pull out one of those eaves, you want to hold down your shift key and pull it out, and see that has only pulled out the front one and it's left the back one. So that works as well, and that also goes for the sides of the roof. So if you want to pull down this side and you want to leave the other side to be up further up, you can do that just by holding the shift key while you're pulling the roof. And of course, if you want to bring both down, you just pull down that eave without holding any buttons but your mouse click. And then looking at the roofs, you will have these dots either side. If you pull on these, that will move the shape. So if you want to make a curved roof, you can do that. However, if you hold shift and C, it will bring up more extra dots, and this gives you a little bit more kind of leeway to maneuver the roofs however you want. You can give them more kind of curve. So if you kind of compare this type of roof to the one that I just showed you, it is because of these dots giving you that extra manipulation tool for your roofing. And finally, this little arrow facing up to the sky is to move your roof up and down. So if you want to have a taller roof, you want to bring it further up. Also, just another tip, if if you hold down the Alt key, you can smoothly move it up and down. So instead of being that rough popping into place, holding Alt gives you the smooth manipulation of bringing it up and down. So how would I roof something like this? As a farmhouse, I decided that I did want this area to be, you know, kind of like a wraparound porch space. So for doing something like this, I would probably grab this, which is the hipped roof. I would then probably bring it as low as I can and then cover all kind of areas of the roof here like that. I then would probably want to add a little bit of depth. So I would maybe grab the gabled roof and pop that over here like this, maybe drag it forward a notch, just to make it look a little bit better, I suppose. I would then probably grab a gabled roof once again, pop that on this top level here and drag it out like that. Then here again, we'd probably do another gabled roof facing outwards this time. Hold down our Alt key and drag it down just a little bit so it connects on in with the roof. Again, I would keep going with the gabled roofs, pop one like that, and similar in the way, have a 2 tile wide one going like this. Obviously this one sticks through the back, so you can just hold down shift and pull in that eave, and there you go. You can then go into your roof patterns and go ahead and decide on which of the patterns you would like to go on your roof. I'm just going to use this one, which is the Wouldn't You Wonder composite roof. Then you want to go into roof trims and pop a trim on all of the roofs as well. I've gone ahead and added a little chimney up there also. And if you did want to do something like this, where you're adding, really it looks like a room up there but it's not, you could do that as well. I'm not going to do it for this, but that is also an option. And then obviously with this roof down here, you don't want it to look like it's floating, so I personally would probably go ahead and grab a column. But now I think we'll just go with this one, and I'm noticing that this could probably be pulled out, so I'm just going to grab the eave and pull it out so that it covers all there. And then also once you've done that, I guess you would put maybe a fence going around like this. So for now, I am just going to select this one just to use it as an example. Also spandrels, this is something that you would probably make use of quite well, and basically you grab your spandrels and attach them on top of either like a fence or a half wall or something like that. And if you can see the spandrel going all the way around, it adds way more depth and makes it look a lot better. As I said, I probably won't keep the fence that I've gone there now. It's just that I wanted to show you an example of how the spandrels kind of look. And there we go. So that is how I would roof a farmhouse. Now, moving on to the modern housing. This is the style I went for with the modern build. So very kind of blocky, quite kind of chunky. A lot of modern houses kind of do look like that. They're more kind of square and cubular, is that a word? It is now, instead of like, you know, how the modern instead of how, you know, the farmhouse kind of looked. So it's got that newer style. For this one, we are going to go into the walls and empty rooms category, and we are going to be using this platform tool. You can, however, with a lot of modern roofs, they do sometimes have half gabled roofs. So if you wanted to say do something like that, where you say had the half gabled roof going like this, maybe you had them all kind of linking up to one another, you know, perhaps something like this at different levels. This half gabled roof does kind of work well on different modern builds as well. However, today I am going to be showing you a roof kind of way or a roof kind of style using the platform tool. So the platform tool only came out, was it last year, I think, that it came out, and it's great if you want to do, you know, split level rooms, and it's also great for roofing. So firstly, you want to grab the platform tool and you can kind of mark out exactly how you want your roof to be. Also, if you decide you want to have different levels of the roofing, you just want to select your platform tool, and you've got raised platform and you've got lower platform. So I'm just going to select the raised platform, and we are going to tap it one time and it will go up just that one time. And then I decide I want another section here in the middle, and I'm also going to bring that over this little balcony space, and that is going to be at the smaller level. And then this particular section over here, I want it to be at the same level as the one on the side, so we're going to bring it up one and even possibly out, kind of like that, I guess. So this is an option firstly that you could have with your roofing if you just wanted something simple like that. Another thing that I would suggest is a good idea as well for maybe modern roofs is adding some half walls and incorporating half walls in. So if you go into the half wall category, we're going to select this very short half wall, and you can go ahead and bring your half wall around all of the different platforms, and you've got something like this. So if you see as well, it kind of blends into the walls. So you'd have your wallpaper, you know, going up higher than the normal wall height would be. So again, that's another option if you do want to do that in your modern builds. But for now, I'm going to stick with just the platform tool, and instead of having it like this, we are actually going to bring it out a little bit of an overhang. So I'm going to drag each corner and each side essentially out one. So for example, that one is going to be one overhanging. We're going to bring this out here on the side. This roof is going to come out one either way. This one is going to come out over this balcony area anyway, and then we're just going to drag it out one on the side. So obviously this gives it more of an overhang, and you can see for each of these areas it kind of overhangs a little bit. So that's a different kind of structure that you could go for with your roofings. Don't forget, of course, to go into your platform trim section and select whichever platform trim that you want. I'm just going to select this this one here that's just like a plain kind of white one. And then of course you can add your floor patterns as well. If you did want to add like an eco grass to up that eco footprint or to help the eco footprint, you can do that and do something like that, or you can just simply do kind of like a concrete or whatever kind of floats your boat. But this is how I would roof more of a modern style of house using the platform feature. And I hope you lot did enjoy the second episode in my tips for beginner builders on Sims, and I hope these little roofing tips did help you in any way, shape or form as well. If you did enjoy this video and if you did find it helpful, please do give it a like, pop a comment down below, let me know what tips you also want to see in The Sims, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on those notifications so you can be the first to see my videos. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Taz out.